respects to the spiritual masters and the Lord. Namo Vishwadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pujarini Nirvishesha Shuddhavani Paschatya Deshadaya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasada Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Thank you, Pitama Prabhu, for some very kind words. So, today we are celebrating the appearance day of Lord Krishna. And I thought it might be a good idea to talk about why does he appear?
Table I have kept down.
Yeah, it's
The
like
How frequently does he appear?
down.
And what does he do? What does he do when he appears and why? So, everybody hopefully understands the concept of avatar or incarnation. Like Lord Ram is an incarnation of Lord Krishna. Lord Nrsimhadev is an incarnation of Lord Krishna. And so many other incarnations were here. And in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna told Arjuna, Yada yada dharmasya glani bhavati. Whenever there is decline in religion and rise of irreligion, I appear. He also said, Paritranaya sadhana vinashaya dushkritam. He said, to protect my devotees and to kill the demons, I appear. So obviously, if Krishna is saying that, that must be true. But there is no argument there. But the point I would like to make to you, and acharyas, our teachers make that point, is that that is the secondary reason. That is not really why Krishna or his incarnations appear in the material world. So one of the real reasons for the appearance of Krishna's incarnations, like Lord Ram, Lord Nrsimhadev, etc., is they want to come here for the benefit of us. How does it benefit us? Is when they come here, they perform some leela or pastimes, and we discuss that among ourselves. Somebody says it, somebody hears it, somebody asks questions about that. And it is said in our scriptures that anybody who talks about Krishna or his incarnations, anybody who hears about Krishna's pastimes or incarnations pastimes, and anybody who asks any questions about those pastimes, they all benefit. And the benefit is purification of our heart, by which we're able to serve the Lord in a pure manner, and therefore we cut the cycle of birth and death. We go back home to the spiritual world, from where we don't have to come back. And the spiritual world, there is no miseries, there is no disease, there is no old age, there is no death. It's kind of a nice place to be. So Krishna's incarnations are coming here to perform these pastimes for our benefit in that sense. One thing you would notice is that the incarnations of Krishna, like Lord Ram, Lord Nrsimhadev, keep saying the same two names because they're the most popular incarnations. When they come, they establish one simple fact, that they are God. In other words, they're establishing their godhood, or Bhagavata as they say in Sanskrit, that they are God, and they act like God by showing some amazing activities like maybe strength, maybe knowledge, maybe their scholarship, maybe their wealth, maybe their beauty, something that attracts us to them. But we know that this is God, and they come here to act as God. Therefore, their godhood is of extreme importance. And they come from millennium to millennium, like every Treta Lord Ram comes, every Satyug Lord Nrsimhadev comes, and there are literally billions and billions of incarnations of Krishna who appear from time to time. But they all show and prove that they are God. So in other words, as soon as we see them or their picture, we fold our hands and we bow down, we offer obeisances and pranam, etc. You, God, I'm your servant, I'm nothing. And that's basically the mood in which they also perform all their pastimes. Even when they're here, their friends, their colleagues, even their parents, any other people who interact with them, they all treat them like God. But Krishna is different. Actually, when he comes, he hides the fact that he is God. He doesn't act like God. So, for example, somebody in Stouffville, a stranger, comes to you and says, "What's the name of your God?" And you say, "Krishna." So, okay. And then you say, "Well, Krishna is only one name. He has many names." Oh, that's a surprise to most people who are not in the part of Hindu religion or from India. He has many names? Yeah. So, how does he get many names? Well, according to the activities he performs, he gets different names. Oh, activities. Where? Well, he comes down here. Your God comes down here? Because nobody else's God comes down here. It's only the Krishna's incarnation who comes down here. So yeah, he comes down here to this planet Earth. Oh, so what does he do? Well, so what does Krishna do? The first thing that comes to mind is he steals butter. So you tell him, well, he steals butter. Now that person is shocked. Your God steals? Yeah, he actually steals. Okay, well, in the same state of shock, saying, what else does he do? And you say, well, he kind of plays with his friends and they defeat him. You mean your God is defeated by other people? He's not all powerful? Well, he's kind of all powerful, but he loses to his friends. Now this man is getting really confused. Okay, what else does he do? Well, one time he stole butter from his own house, and his mother bound him up with a rope and tied him to a mortar. Some woman tied up your God with a rope and to a mortar? What kind of God is that? So that's the other topic we'll talk about. What kind of God is Krishna? So, as I was saying before, when Krishna comes, he hides the fact that he's God. In other words, he's just a sweet little kid whose sweetness trumps his Godhead. In other words, all his activities are more to show how sweet he is than to show what God is. And therefore, before he comes, he says that I am not going there to kill demons. I'm not going there to prove to everybody I'm God. I'm going there simply to enjoy my time with my devotees. Which means that his devotees come before him or while he's here, so he can interact with them. The kind of interaction you would have, they're all again meant to enhance the sweetness of his nature, not to prove that he's God. So, let's talk about some of the activities or pastimes that Krishna performs when he comes here. So once again, the idea is to attract our mind to Krishna by appreciating the kind of activities, the kind of leela that he performs here. But before he comes, clearly he makes a lot of preparations. What should also point out? Can anybody make a guess how frequently does Lord Krishna come to this material world, to this earth? Just make a wild guess. How frequently does he come? Anybody? Just make a wild guess, doesn't matter. If you're wrong, you're wrong. How many years? So he came 5,000 years ago. How many years do you think it would be before he comes back again? Anybody? Anybody awake? Just give it a try. Just one guess. Any number. Just say a number. Huh? years? Okay, so that's a guess. Try higher number. 10,000? Good guess, higher number. Yes? 300,000?
20,000.
So you have a higher number only 300,000.
20,000.
Okay, we go higher than 300,000. Anybody else?
600,000.
600,000. Okay. All right. Thank you. Let me tell you, 8.6 billion years. So we are very lucky that we only came 5,000 years ago. You can still see Vrindavan, you can see places he played in. Actually, if you go to a place called Madhuban, you'll see the mortar to which he was tied. You actually still see it. You know, you can see Radhakund, Shyamkund, where he played. The point is, we are very fortunate that he came only 5,000 years ago. Now it will be another 8.6 billion years before he comes back. So anyway, so clearly there's a lot of preparation required before he comes here. So his parents, his two sets of parents, right? Anybody knows the names of Krishna's parents? Just say. Devaki, Vasudeva, yes. And another set? Yashoda. Very good, thank you. So Devaki and Vasudeva, they performed austerities for 12,000 celestial years, which means 3.6 million years on earth. And the Lord appeared and said, ask me for any benediction. And they said, we want you as our son. So Krishna appeared as their son. Similarly, there was Kings Dhara and Drona, a king and queen. They performed austerities and they said, we want to see your child pastimes. So they became Nanda and Yashoda. So Devaki and Vasudeva were the biological parents. They can use the term biological for Lord. But right from day one, Nanda and Yashoda took care of raising Krishna as their own child. So they had to come before Krishna came. Then all the demons, they were all kings and demigods, they got cursed for one reason or another. They had to come. And he had to ask Radharani, we're going to the material world, you have to come with me because I can't have any pastime without you. And she said, no, I'm not going. He said, well, if you don't go, I can't go. So you have to go. He said, well, okay, if I have to go, then there are three conditions I want. One, I want Govardhan Hill to be there. How many of you have been to Vrindavan? Just raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so a few of you. So there's a place, there's a hill there called Govardhan Hill. So she said, I want Govardhan Hill to be there. I want Jamuna River to be there. And I want Vrindavan to be there. So I want to give you a little history about Govardhan Hill. Why it's so important that she's asking that it has to be there before I come. So what happened was, in the spiritual world, by the way, anybody knows the name of the place in the spiritual world where Krishna lives? The spiritual world? What's the name of the place Krishna lives in? Golok Vrindavan. Thank you. Golok Vrindavan. So Krishna was sitting there with Radharani in Golok Vrindavan, the spiritual world. And Krishna said to Radharani, you're thinking about something. You know, what is it you're thinking? She said, you're very smart, Krishna, you know that I'm thinking about something. So he said, yes, tell me. And she said, I want you to create a place in this Golok Vrindavan, which will be the most beautiful, the best place where you go there and you get into a good mood right away. And it's the sweetest place where the love simply flows. So I said, okay, I can do that. So he went down in the core of his heart where all the love resides and he took out a seed and he planted that seed on the ground in Golok Vrindavan. Very quickly, like within minutes, the seed started to grow and it turned into a hill. A hill full of beautiful lakes, beautiful ponds of water, beautiful flowers, beautiful trees, fragrant flowers, beautiful fruits, amazing place. And that place was given the name Govardhan Hill. And they used to perform most of their most confidential, amorous pastimes in Govardhan Hill. So she said, I want that hill to be here as well. Well, So Krishna does things not in a straightforward way. Lord Ram will do it a straightforward way. Lord Ram will stand also straightforward. Lord Ram, if you imagine the picture of Lord Ram, how does he stand? He's erect, his bow in his hand, and his hand down, looking straight, looking very serious, very sober, right? Has anybody seen a picture of Lord Ram bursting out laughing? Has anybody seen it? Have you ever seen a picture of Krishna standing straight and sober? He can't. He has to be crooked. Bend, it's called three bended form, bended in three places. And he's always playing flute, and there's a nice, beautiful, crooked smile on his face. He's always thinking about something naughty. Right? That's Krishna. That's the difference between Lord Ram and Lord Krishna. Ram is very serious, Krishna always thinking about something naughty. Create some problem for somebody somewhere, or do something that's so sweet, they want to hug him. Right? So anyway, bringing the hill down. So that hill appeared as the son of another mountain. But because it came from the spiritual world, it was very beautiful hill, very attractive, and everybody was convinced that this is not from this material world, it's coming from somewhere in the spiritual world. Then there was a rishi by the name of Stouffville. Stouffville happened to visit this particular king of the mountains, and so his son, Govardhan, was very attracted by Govardhan. So he requested the king, please give me your son. I'll take son in the form of a hill. I'll take him to Kashi, Banaras, where I live, and I'll meditate upon this king. Now king had a problem, like he can't say no to this powerful rishi, but at the same time, he doesn't want to give away his son. Like, who would want to give his son away? So, he was thinking what to say, what to do. Govardhan is very smart. He spoke up. He said, my dear Rishi, I'll come with you. But I have one condition. If you put me down anywhere before you reach a destination of Varanasi, then that's it. I'll stay there. I cannot move. Plus he said, I'm a big yogi, I don't need a break. I can go in one flight from wherever I am to Varanasi. He said, no problem, I'll take you. And he said, how will you take me? Nothing. I'll carry you in my hand, I got a palm like this. He said, okay. So he picked him up and he started flying to the sky. But Krishna has his arrangement. As he was flying over Vrindavan, he felt he had to go to the washroom. Now, powerful sage, complete control of his senses, complete control of everything, but because Krishna wants it this way, he has to go. Like they say, you gotta go, you gotta go. So he put the hill down, completely forgetting the condition that had been made, and went behind some bush. He came back, tried to lift the hill again, couldn't lift it. And this is what's going on. And the hill spoke, said, remember, you put that condition, if you put me down, then that's it, I'm staying here. So Stouffville got very upset and he said, fine, I won't take you from here because I can, but I'll curse you. I curse you that you lose your size. Haribol. So, I curse you that you lose your size by one mustard seed every day. So actually, when he put the hill down, it was much bigger than we see today. Even when Krishna lifted it 5,000 years ago, it's much bigger than it is today. But anyway, that's how the hill came. And as we know, Krishna, Radha, the gopis, they have various pastimes. I want to share with you some of the pastimes to get it done. So, one pastime I want to share with you is that Krishna would go to different gopis' houses and steal butter, as you know. And those gopis will come to Mother Yashoda and complain about Krishna when he comes and steals butter in our house. Now, not because they were upset that he stole the butter from their house. As a matter of fact, if Krishna did not steal butter from their house, and went to a neighbor's house, then called her. Now, how come she got so lucky that he steal butter from their house and not my house? So the reason for complaining wasn't that they were upset with Krishna, but this was their excuse to see Krishna one more time. That's why they were complaining. So anyway, so this time, a Gopi came to Mother Yashoda and said, "Oh, I'm so tired." And she said, "Why are you so tired?" He said, "Your son, Krishna, is always coming, stealing butter from my house. And I want to tell you what happened today." And Yashoda said, "Okay, tell me what happened today." She said, "Well, I was at my home and I saw Krishna with his friends coming inside my house. And there were at least 15 monkeys outside. And before I could see or say or do anything, Krishna went to the room where all the butter was stored, and he took all the parts of butter and started eating it and sharing it with his friends and then throwing it to the monkeys. So I caught him. And I said, "Your mother never believes me when I tell her that you're coming to my house to steal butter." And she said, "Give me proof." So today I'm going to tie you up with a rope and take it to your mother and say, "Here's the proof." And his hands were full of butter, his mouth was full with butter. And so she started tying Krishna up. Well, not easy for anyone to simply tie Krishna up, right? So she couldn't do it. So Krishna started laughing. And she said, "Maya, you don't know how to tie a little boy with a rope. Let me teach you how to do that." And she said, she stopped to Mother Yashoda. She said, "I know better than give the rope to Krishna. But I looked at his face, so beautiful. His smile so enchanting. His eyes so beautiful and full of love. I got totally mesmerized and gave the rope to him." And so he said, "Yeah, let me show you." And she tied me up completely. Once he tied me up, started laughing. I said, "Maya, you don't know anything." And then went, called all his friends, all the monkeys inside my house, and ate all the butter, distributed the butter to everybody. I'm simply standing there watching because I'm tied up. He comes out of the house, and my mother-in-law is standing there. She says, "Krishna, did you go to our house to steal butter?" And Krishna said, "No, Maya, I'll never do anything like that. Why would I steal butter from your house?" And she said, "Your hands are totally covered with butter. So you must have put your hand in the pots." I said, "Yes, Maya, I did, but you know why? My mother bought me these new bangles that I'm wearing in my hand. They're metallic. So the sunshine made them very hot. So to cool my hands, I put my hands in the butter. So otherwise, nothing." She said, "Oh, okay. And how come you got butter on your lips?" And he says, "Mother, a mosquito came and sat on the lips. So I tried to free it away, and that's how I got butter in." And she said, "Okay, you got lots of excuses, but why feeding the monkeys?" He said, "No, I didn't feed the monkeys. I'm scared of monkeys. But they all came and surrounded me, so I had to give them butter, otherwise they would not leave me alone and bite me." So that's what. So this mother is telling a story to Mother Yashoda, and Mother Yashoda is saying, "Okay, fine, I think I heard enough, and I will do something about it." So then this big pastime about what she does is 8:46. So I will tell you one more quick pastime, and then I'll open up for questions, and then that is my time to finish. So you heard the word Makhan Chor used for Krishna? Everybody heard Makhan Chor? Yes, no? You probably heard Chit Chor also, he steals the heart. But who has heard the word Anguti Chor used for Krishna? Back in the day. Anguti Chor. So I'm going to tell you why Krishna is also Anguti Chor. So basically the way the story goes is Radharani said to her friends, "I want to learn how to dance from Krishna." And the friends started laughing. They said, "Radharani, you are the biggest expert dancer anywhere and everywhere. You don't need to learn. And certainly you don't need to learn from Krishna because we teach him how to dance. Every time there's Ras Leela, You tell him how to keep up with the beat, what steps to take, how to clap. He doesn't know anything. What will he teach you? And Radharani said, no, I have to learn. And they said again, we can call a professional to teach you if you really want to learn. Why Krishna? She said, no, I have learned from Krishna. So he said, okay, fine, then we'll invite Krishna to our house. And he can teach you here because we'd love to come to your house anyway. She said, no, I have to go to the Yamuna river and learn from you. So he said, okay. So they decorated. Now, so I don't know how many of you know that she wears ankle belts. There are 4 kinds of ankle belts. One is called Nupur, that makes the sound of kartals. Second is called Kartal, which makes the sound that the swans make. Third is called Bichwa, that makes the sound of the cuckoo birds. And fourth kind is called Humuru, that makes the sound of Veena being played by Mother Saraswati. So those are 4 kinds of ankle belts she wears. And then she wears exactly 64 different ornaments on her body. So actually there is a servant whose job is to supply one set of 64, whichever Radharani wants, put it on her body. When she returns, take them all off and put them back where they belong. And she counts them 1, 2, 3, 4, 64. So she put on that. And Radharani left to meet Krishna. So went to the bank of Yamuna. Krishna was there. He got up, received her. And they had a nice chat. And then Krishna says, you know, Radha, I want to teach you how to dance. Radha said, well, this is why I come here anyway. You know, Neki or Pooch, you know. So she says, okay, great. So Krishna started teaching her different steps. And as you know, there's 7 parts of the body involved in any dance. Your feet, butt, Kati, your waist, Mudra, the hands, your Griva, the neck, your face, your eyes, and your whole body. There are 7 parts. So he taught her how to use all 7 parts properly, and very happy. And he went on for a few hours, then they were tired. So he said, let's sit down and we'll chat, and then we'll walk around these different groves by the river. And so they were doing all that. While they were doing that, Krishna stole one of her rings and put it in his, what do you call it? The dhoti that he was, there's a particular name for him. Anyway, in his dhoti. Radharani did not realize that. So they had a good time, and she left and went home. So as per the custom, you know, she was taking her ornaments out, and this particular servant, maid servant, was counting it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 63. There's no 64. So she said, let's count again, and let's see again. Tried everything, only 63, one is missing. And then she figured out what's missing is a ring that Mother Radharani had received from her mother as a birthday gift. So Radharani said, I must have dropped it somewhere on my way. And Lalita Sakhi, one of the maid servants, her friends, said, no, Krishna stole it. And Radharani said, no, why would Krishna stole a female ring? He doesn't have any need for it. And Lalita said, not because he has a need for it, but because he has a habit of it. So he just stole out of habit. I know he stole it. Radharani took some time to, okay, maybe. So Lalita said, tomorrow morning we are going to go, find Krishna, catch him in front of many other people, and find the ring on him and embarrass him like that. Okay, they all agreed. They called Krishna to a particular spot, they called many other people, and Lalita literally attacked Krishna, searching his body, and found the ring. And he showed to everybody that, look, Krishna is a thief. Not just Makan Chor, not just Chit Chor, but also a Guti Chor, and here's the Muti, the ring. So Krishna was very embarrassed. He left. And everybody came home. When they came home, Lalita Sakhi said to Radharani, we need to make a revenge of Krishna for stealing your ring. She said, look, we got the ring back. Why all this? No, we have to take revenge. Okay, what's the plan? So they made a plan. So what happened was, every day, Krishna will go and they take the cows, the calves, they take care of them for a while. then they have breakfast. And every day, without fail, between breakfast and lunch, a demon will come. One demon will come, Krishna will kill, they get hungry, they have lunch, and then they will be tired, they'll sleep for 2 hours, and they take care of cows again, and they go. So this day also, same thing after lunch, Madhumangal is very close to Krishna. Krishna will went on a walk, and lie down, and they fell asleep. At that time, Lalita and Radharani came. They went to Krishna was sleeping. They stole his blanket, his flute, his crown, his peacock feather, his stick, and his buffalo horn. All paraphernalia that he had in his sleep. He stole it and they went. Sometime later, Lalita Sati shaved the mustache of Madhumangal, but not completely. Little part here, little part here, little part there. There was some hair left, but some was not. And they went home. Sometime later, Krishna woke up. Madhumangal woke up. Krishna looked at Madhumangal and started laughing. Madhumangal said, "Why are you laughing?" Of course, we're laughing at the mustache. He said, "I'll tell you later." And Madhumangal said, "You can tell me later, but where is your blanket? Where is your flute? Where is your crown?" And Krishna realized that everything had been lost. So he said, "I know who did that. It must be Radharani and Lalita. They're the only two people who can do something like that. So now we have to take our revenge." So they made another plan, and they dressed up like very old women, two very old women, with big khungat, veil and all that, old clothes, old blanket. They went right where Radharani lives, in a place called Krsna. They parked themselves outside her palace. They started crying very loudly, in a very pitiable manner, And so Radharani heard that. She sent one of the servants saying, "Go see who's crying and how we can help them." So the servant came out, saw these two old women, especially Krishna and Rupanuga, and said, "Mataji, why are you crying?" And they said, "We're crying for Krishna." And they said, "What do you mean?" They said, "We've not seen Krishna for a very long time. We're at a point where we're going to give up our life. We don't see Krishna very soon. We see him so much and start crying again." The servant went back, told Radharani that the two old women crying for Krishna. He said, "Okay, we can't do anything about that. Krishna's not here." But they kept crying and crying and crying and with really unbearable crying. So one of the Sakhis suggested to Radharani, "You got everything that Krishna has. So why don't you just paint yourself blue, put his blanket on, get his flute out, put your crown on, put a peacock feather, get his stick, buffalo horn, dress up like Krishna. And we'll go from a distance, they can see you and we'll say, 'Yeah, that is Krishna.' And then they'll be happy and stop crying." So I said, "Well, that sounds like a plan." So she dressed up, put all these things on herself, came out, and stood like Krishna stands at a distance. And one servant went to the women and said, "Mataji, please stop crying. There is Krishna." So they looked that way, and Krishna being very tricky said, "My eyes, they're so old, we can't see, we have to go close." "Okay, go close." So they go close to where Radharani was standing. As soon as they were close enough to her, Radharani, they throw their blanket out, they throw their veil out, and there's Krishna and the woman standing there. He said, "Radharani, you are the thief." They take out everything from her and say, "We caught the real thief today." They got the revenge of embarrassing Radharani because she embarrassed them also. Anyway, my time is almost up, so my point is that Krishna did all these pastimes not because he's just a naughty boy, but because he knows that these kind of pastimes, they're so sweet, they're so relishable that we, all of us, like to hear them. We like to talk about them, we like to tell them. I'm sure some of you at least will go home and tell your friends what you heard today, because it feels good to talk about Krishna's pastimes. So that's the reason that Krishna said, when I come down, I'll enjoy my time with my devotees, but I'll perform pastimes to show people like us how to love me, Krishna, in a pure way, and have those pastimes so sweet that simply thinking about those pastimes will get attracted to Krishna and will want to become his devotee and want to serve him, which to our benefit. So that's basically the reason that Krishna performs these pastimes. the way he does, how he does it, simply to attract our mind to him. So today is his appearance day. And we have a choice. We can wait every year for this day to come celebrate his appearance. Or we can remember Krishna with a pure heart, with a lot of love in our heart for him, and just chant his name. And the best way to chant his name is all of us know it. And you can join me please. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Krishna says, if you chant that with full attention, with love in your heart, I will appear in your heart as soon as you do that. So therefore, we have the option, the choice of celebrating Janmashtami every day of our life by having Krishna appear in our heart simply from our chanting his name, thinking about his pastimes, remembering him, and that gives us the opportunity to celebrate Krishna Janmashtami every day, every moment of life. So that's our choice. We want him every day, we want him once a year. I'm going to ask you, do you want every day or just once a year? Every day. Alright. So then let's make a commitment to ourselves to think of Krishna, to remember Krishna, to chant his name with as much love as we can in our heart, and he will appear. So I'm going to stop here now. I think we have a few minutes left for any questions we have or comments or corrections for that matter. Please feel free to ask your questions. We have about 6 or 7 minutes left.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu just mentioned if anybody has any questions related to Janmashtami or anything in particular you would like to know about Krishna or what Prabhu said, please you can ask the question.
It's a very short on this. It's okay to ask questions about this. It's totally safe zone. You ask anything that comes to your mind. Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time. Hare Krishna.